What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at a KO version of the Newage Legend Scale G1 Megatron. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the details. I put a little Decepticon sticker on it because that's where the chest is going to be in robot mode. I did not put one on this side because it's going to end up on the arm and it would look weird. But he comes with a little, this is a non-real gun blasty cap. Got nice details down the sides. You've got the chest details on the side here that should not be there as shown by this side, but that's okay. It is Legends. You've got some stuff down here that shows, that it transforms. His trigger guard has a hole in it and things like that. But all in all, for the size of the thing, and when we get into size comparisons, you'll see just how small it is. It's actually pretty good. Coming around to the back, you can see that the handle cleans up really well. You've got the little hammer there. Coming around the side, same kind of deal on this side. You've got screw holes on this side. I think this side looks a little cleaner. This one's got more hinges because the transformation for this arm is more involved. It's a little cleaner, doesn't have the screw holes, other than the details here, which I don't mind at all. And then here it is from the bottom. His head is sitting right there, kind of like MP36's head. You can see his thighs. And then from the top, he is fusion cannon. Our scope in this mode can be removed. This is never going away though. It's going to be there if you remove it. And you can indeed remove the blasty cap, as I've been calling it. Put that off to the side. He did come to me from a friend, so I don't have all the accessories. But for gun mode, there is a blast effect that you get with this KO. And I would assume that's for gun mode, but it hooks onto this gray piece that I currently have the sword laser hooked onto, and the sword beam will not let go. So I have to use it as a blast effect for the gun. Other gun related accessories is usually the silencer and the stock. Alls I have is the stock, so I'll go ahead and slap that on him real quick. You've got two big old tabs, two big old slots, and you just slot it into his butt here, and there you have it. There's Megatron with the stock, no silencer, and I'm not going to show it off in robot mode because it can't do the thing it's supposed to do. Alright, and that's basically it. So we'll go ahead and get into some size comparisons here. And there you have him with a Rubik's Cube, a Gormagala statue, Volkswagen Bumblebee, the recently reviewed Voyager class Megatron, just so we could basically do a robot mode comparison. But there you go. And I have no Legends class figures to scale him with at this time, except Core class, which is a little smaller, so I'm not going to do that. Alrighty, size comparisons out of the way. Let's go ahead and get him transformed. You don't have to take the gun off and set it off to the side. You can leave it where it is, and then once you get the arm transformed, you can take it off and immediately put it where it goes. So I'm going to do that, but if you want to, you can take it and put it off to the side, but collapse the scope in to form the barrel of the fusion cannon. It will click in and hold, and it will pull out and hold, and then if you don't click it, it'll slide in between, so it clicks. We'll go ahead and use the barrel. If you had it detached, you just pull on the tabs it's plugged into to fold the legs out. And then we'll go ahead and work on the arms. There's a little flap here that I get my nail into. You can kind of pull it away. It's not hard, but fold it up so that way it's folded out. And we're going to rotate this arm out and fold this panel over in front of the fist and have the fist sticking out like this. And then we're going to fold that flap down. We are going to disengage this piece. There's a little tab here that just goes up under inside of there. You can see the other one in there. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. zoom in on this. Thank you for your cooperation. No. Focus. There you go. So you can see the tab up in there. So we'll rotate that out, fold this on this double hinge, and it'll sit in here. This is a very loose hinge. I haven't tightened it. I don't know if it's this way because this is a KO or if it was loose on the original after some time. We're going to rotate his arm out straight and fold this whole assembly down on a hinge inside, ensuring that this is tapped into place. So there's one arm done. We'll go ahead and disengage that tab to fold out this arm. We are going to extend this arm to reveal the red, and then the same thing over here. We're going to fold this back on the double hinge and rotate it back. So we've got two different arms. Go ahead and move up to the front of the barrel. We will pull down the barrel, and to disengage it, there's a tab here that holds it into place, so I just pulled it up a little bit on that tab to pull it out and fold it down. And we can rotate the chest and fold it back in front of his face. Rotate the arms down on that hinge so you can pull this up, and there's a little tab on top of his shoulder that clips up under his chest to hold that in place. Same on the other side. And we've got Megatron going here. We're going to fold this out to the side and fold it up like so. It's just going to hang out over his shoulder for now. The legs are tabbed into this trigger guard here, and we're going to fold the trigger up a little bit out of our way, and we're going to feed this through the gap in his chest. We're just going to push it through. Then once it's through, we're going to take the tabs that were plugged into the legs and fold them over, and then fold the assembly down into place to form his belly buttons. And then we'll rotate his legs at the waist. We're going to disconnect these panels down here. It's a T tab, so you've got the hole here and the tab there. So you're going to want to do this one first, this one second. Open those up, and then we'll go ahead and fold this out on his arm. I should have done this after I transformed the arm, but I forgot. And we'll take the fusion cannon off the legs and plug it into the arm. And we'll go ahead and separate his legs. There's tabs here and tabs here. And we'll go ahead and fold them out at the hips to form his hips. Fold them back down. Fold these down to become the side skirts and straighten his legs out. Rotate these side panels all the way around. I'll show you a better version of that over here. So I'm going to rotate all the way around. Fold these panels in the back in. And for now, we're just going to kind of push them up against the knee hinge. These gray panels on the inside, get out of the way, other leg, are going to pop up. They slide up on a little sliding rail. They're going to rotate around, and there's a slot here that's going to go over the tab that was holding the leg together. Same thing on the other side. And we'll show that from this angle. Pop it up, rotate it around, and then tab it into place. And then we can fold the back of the gun under his foot and rotate this heel piece down to set against it. And his legs have gotten nuts, trying to show that on camera. With this heel piece, you gotta fold the hammer until it lines up with that notch, then fold it up, then fold that down into, and we're pretty much at the home stretch. All we have left to do is to fold this down on his back, and we're technically done. This is what it is done. If you want this to be facing forward, you have to actually physically remove it and turn it 90 degrees in the right direction and put it back on, and that's what I'm going to do. At least I believe that's the right direction. Could be wrong. And there he is in robot mode, so we'll go ahead and take a look at his self and then his accessories, and then we'll take a look at some size comparisons. Alrighty, moving in, this is not the standard head sculpt that comes on him, it's a more stern face. I just like this one the best, so it's what I have on him. There's a little chip in his nose paint on this face, which makes me very sad, so sometimes I swap this out with the angry face. But the head sculpt is really good. The paint for the most part is good other than that chip. He's got the angry eyebrows, very nice bright shiny red eyes. On the chest I added the Decepticon symbol, but the belly has the red and blue dots painted, the yellow stripes painted. He's got red on the side of his torso there painted on. He's got red in his elbow joints like he should. He's got his fusion cannon, no paint on it, no gimmicks with it, it's just there. Coming down his legs, very nice. Here, got some details there in the hips, nice silvery kind of paint on the legs here, and some on the feet. You could say it was gunmetal paint there, going around the side, that same gunmetal paint. And it's also on the back, and then it's peeking through here because these pieces in the legs are painted all the way around. Coming out the back, it looks pretty clean up until here, and then you run into some mess, but it's a legend scale masterpiece style figure, and the actual masterpiece sized one also did this, so no ill will harbored here. The backs of the arms look pretty good. This one's a little messier, but it also has more bits to it. Articulation wise, here he is all the way up the side of the arms. They still look pretty clean. This one has the fusion cannon, but it's got a cleaner lower arm, and that's a lot really. For articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you can get up, you can get down a little, he can tilt, and he can rotate. Mine, I need to take his head off and see if there's some flash on the seam, because he doesn't want to look straight. He just kind of likes to have his head turned to his right. So with the arm, you get full 360. You get an outward bend that's a little less than 90 degrees because of this stuff up here. And then you get the bicep swivel. You get 90 degrees of bend at elbow, and you get a wrist swivel. The original, and I'm assuming this figure came with alternate hands. I don't really have any. But you would exchange them out by pulling them off. This arm has the same exact amount of posability down to the elbow, as long as you've got it pulled out all the way. He's got a waist swivel that we saw in the transformation. His thighs are a little weird, and I actually was going to get an upgrade kit that made them better, and that's how I discovered this is a KO, so I'm going to show you that so you can spot it on your own copy if you weren't aware. His legs go out to the side. He can do the full splits, and they don't go back on the ball joint at all, and to go forward it's on this hinge joint here, which I thought was weird. I did not care for it. I wanted to get the upgrade kit, but if you come in here, we gotta open this up for story time. This is pinned here, and to install the upgrade kits you have to be able to unscrew that. So if you have a pin and not a screw, you got screwed because it's a KO. I don't mind KOs. It's sad that I can't put the upgrade kit on, but I'm not dying over it. As far as knee goes, over 90 degrees of knee bend there, and then you've got a decent ankle tilt and no real forwards or backwards movement. So he's pretty posable for his size, and you're really going to be able to tell his size in a minute. But before we get into that, we'll go ahead and look at his accessories that he comes with. Of course, there's the stock, but without the silencer barrel, you can't really do much with that. So he's got the previously shown lightsaber doodad, and it just plugs into his hand with the adapter. And there you go. I do think that these little gray tabs on the side are to allow it to fit into here for the blast effect that I can't get on it. He has this gun. I keep seeing, I want to say people call it Blitzwing's gun. So if that's true, he has Blitzwing's gun, so he can make Optimus Prime fall. He comes with clone control helmet. It's missing the mouthpiece on mine. I don't know if that's part of the KO or again if it was lost before I got it from my friend, but he has the helmet, so he can telemarket you to death. There's the blast effect still that I can't use because it doesn't even go onto the gun. You could put this in it if you don't want people to think you have a real midget gun that totally looks like a real gun. And then he's got a couple alternate faces. He's got the stock face, and he's got the angry face here. And to change those out, you just pull the face off at the seam. There's a little peg for it, and you just put it back on. It doesn't take a lot of effort. As you saw, I barely have fingernails because I just clipped them. And there he has an angry face. So we'll leave that on him for comparisons of size. Get him standing here. That's pretty much all his accessories. I really need to tighten up some of his joints. They are super loose. That's a job for another day because I am tired. So we'll put him over this way and take a look at some size comparisons. Alrighty, as per usual, there he is with the Rubik's Cube, Gormagala statue, Volkswagen Bumblebee, and there he is with Siege Megatron, and there he is with the KO MP44 mold. Don't worry, in the next review he'll be able to be with an Optimus a little bit more his size. Alrighty, and that's gonna about do it for the KO Newage Megatron figure. Excuse me. I didn't know it was a knockoff until I was looking into how to install the upgrades before I got him. Good job, brain, on that one, because if I had bought first and tried to install later, I would have been disappointed. But yeah, I got him from a friend, so I didn't ever see his original box, and I got some but not all of the accessories, but I got enough for me. You know, the only accessory I really use for him at all is his alternate face from angry to very happy, and that's about it. Its transformation is good. I think the robot looks good. It's nice and simple to do. It's not an over-engineered mess at the scale to get the looks that you're getting with this. It looks pretty proportionate in both modes, and so it's really good. Next review is going to be a new Legends scale figure that, if my tracking information is believed, will be here tomorrow, and I might shoot an unboxing for that, and then Friday will be the review of it, so I hope that you're looking forward to that. And I will see you guys then for the review. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you like the video. Go ahead and comment how much you love Megatron, and if this version of Megatron would be have a spot in your collection. Go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when that Optimus review is up. You can follow me on my social media links. I usually post when a video is going to be up, but because I'm filming this the morning before I post it, and it was also going to be a surprise, I don't have the luxury of posting one yesterday for something I just did today. And I've got playlists in the description below, so that way you can browse through my reviews by a category. There's a more for Cybertron playlist that I should just rename Generations, because I've thrown some old Titans Return stuff in it too. But that's fine. They can stay there. This one's going to end up in the third-party KO list because it's a KO of a third party, so it fits both things. With that, I will see you guys Friday.